Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. This is from Global Research. This is an update on the mark of the beast, which is the RFID implant or microchip. Australia becomes first country to begin microchipping its population RFID implants in the human body. This is dated October 4th, 2016. It says, back in 2010, CBS News reported that the Australian government had a potential RFID microchipping plan in the works related to the healthcare system, because everything is centered around either healthcare, financial, your records, whatever it is, all to be put into one system, which is the mark of the beast, which is this RFID microchip. Now it seems that this plan is beginning to unfold, but the push is not a result of mandated healthcare reforms, but rather a clever propaganda campaign that equates RFID microchipping with becoming superhuman, and people are begging for it. See, people are begging for it, and right now it's voluntary, but eventually when not enough people are taking it, because you're going to have the naysayers and the ones that's not going to take it, they're going to make it mandatory. It says, under the headlines, Australians embracing superhuman microchip technology, Australia's premier media outlet news.com.au, News Corp Australia, reports. It may sound like sci-fi, but hundreds of Australians are turning themselves into superhumans who can unlock doors, turn on lights, and log into computers with the wave of a hand. It says, so pretty much, this is that technology, the microchip. RFID microchip, which could be used for either tracking, which they show you in a lot of movies. It could be used for storing information. It could be used for buying and selling. Pretty much the same way they use credit cards and bank accounts and all of that. This is Revelation 13 and 15. It says, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. And that's what these international bankers are pushing, is this whole image, goes back to the ancient Roman Empire, and their whole system is pretty much revived today in America and in the places that America controls. It says, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. And ultimately, the international bankers, beginning with the Rothschilds, Rockefellers, these Fortune 500 families, these Edomite families on the planet, pretty much want to put this microchip in everybody because they want to make everybody slaves. Now, eventually, if you're not on the team, if you're not part of those Fortune 500 families, those top rich families of the earth, the international bankers, the other thing is you are a slave. And that's the reason why they want to stick the microchip in people, because they want to have perpetual slaves. The New World Order, the main thing of the New World Order is total obedience to your masters, which are the international bankers. It says, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. So nobody would be able to buy or sell unless you comply with this system. And you had guys like Nate used to make fun of us. Used to say that, can somebody tell me what RFID has to do with buying or selling? Which RFID is set up for tracking. Yes, that is true. The RFID technology, the microchip, is used for tracking, but is also, as each day goes by, more and more information is available. It's also used for buying, for selling, storing medical records, storing all of your information, being used, so you don't have to type in a PIN number every time you swipe your card or stick in the chip from the card. Everything is just controlled in just one swipe, or one wave of the hand, to be able to receive your information, whether you are somebody that's buying something or somebody that's selling something. It says, here is wisdom, let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is a number of a man, and his number is 603, which is 666, which that's the number of this devil. And when you break down the RFID technology and where it came from and how it's set up, it all goes back to that number 666, which represents Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth, as it says in Revelation 17. It says Shanti Corporal from Sydney is at the center of the phenomenon after having 2 implants inserted under her skin. Now she has 2 of them. Now she can get into work and her car without carrying a card or keys, and says her ultimate goal is to completely do away with her wallet and cards. And that's pretty much the goal of these international bankers. They want total control of everything. It says she told news.com AU, you could set up your life so you never have to worry about any password or pins. It's the same technology as PayPass, so I'm hoping you would be able to pay for things with it, and you can. You know, the part of this system of the RFID microchip is buying and selling. It says with Opal, you get a unique identification number that could be programmed into the chip. Any door with the swipe card, it could open your computer, photocopier, loyalty cards, or shops are just another thing for your wallet. The microchip, which are the size of a grain of rice, can act like a business card and transfer contact details to smartphones and hold complex medical data. And they want to put all of that in there. It says in her interview with the Australian news outlet, Shanti claims that her friends and family are envious of her microchip lifestyle. My nana wants one. I've had more opposition to my tattoos than I've ever had to the chip. My friends are jealous. You know, and pretty much, you know, that's how they're painting it right now, as a thing of a choice, but eventually it's going to be made mandatory. You know, so with that, you know, this is pretty much an update on the mark of the beast, which is the microchip. So the Australia becomes the first country to begin microchipping its population, RFID plants in the human body. So with that, I hope you brothers have been edified, and to the next time I say shalom.